Love on BBC Radio Nottingham. Good morning. All right, here is that success story I promised you. You know, for women across the county and beyond as well, this is an everyday item that gets flung off. Flung off? Well, let's see. And disregarded at the end of the day. But across the world, it is much more than that. We're talking about the humble bra here, and for our next guest, Janice, she recognised that, and she has now been recognised for the work she does, making sure that bras reach those who might not ordinarily be able to get them. And she's been a bit of a VIP this week, and she's been in that there Parliament on the same day I was there. We didn't bump into each other, and you're much more important than I am. Anyway, Janice, hello.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you, yeah. Let's talk about what you do then. So this is Janice Rose Lingerie, isn't it, that we're talking about? When did you start that up?
Yes. Janice Rose Lingerie is my idea, which I started last October. I've worked for a major retailer for almost 35 years, mainly as a bra fitter. And I realised that there was an unfulfilled market of people that live away in homes, in retirement villages, can't get out to the shops. And with the high street closing, I wanted to try and make underwear accessible for everybody.
Right. Why did you start it? Because you've got quite a story yourself. Tell me about that.
I wanted to start my business because I have my mum and my aunt in a home, and I know how difficult it is to obtain good fitting underwear. 8 years ago, when I was working, I was as a bra fitter. An elderly customer came in and always came to see me for her bras. And she explained that she was going into a care home, and what was she going to do when she gets into a home, because she got no family to do her shopping for her, which made me realise, you know, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of women in the same boat, yes.
Yeah. So that was a little light bulb moment.
Yes, it was.
And you thought, right, I'm going to do something about it. So you've set up your own business. A year in, or thereabouts. How's it going?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I started my business, say, last October. I was only doing it on 2 days a week because I was still working full time. Finding out if there was a need for it, and as it gradually I was getting busier and busier and busier, and asking other homes asking me to go in. I'd been out and I'd sourced all my stock myself, because knowing what styles people like to wear. 8 out of 10 ladies as well wear the wrong size bra, which is a fact. We don't tend to go to be measured very often. We always buy the same size that we've always bought. So that has just been a passion for me for years, realising that there was a much bigger need than what I thought. I went part-time in my job, and in April this year I got made redundant from my retailer that was making a lot of store closures.
So I would imagine that's a bit of a blessing in disguise, isn't it? If you're already thinking, well, this is where I want to be in future.
Yes.
Has that actually helped you out in a way?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. So being made redundant has been a positive thing for me, because I've been able now to branch out and do exactly what I've wanted to. And I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, we'll come on to the Parliament thing and the award in just a minute. I'm curious about this link with the Gambia as well. So tell me what you do with bras and sending them there.
About 5 years ago, a lady that I worked with was involved with this charity in Newark, New Life Children's Charity, and every year they have 2 trips over to remote villages, and I would have loved to have gone over about 5 years ago, but I wasn't in a position to go. I couldn't afford it financially. So when I got made redundant, I had some money, which I decided that I wanted to do something as well for the charity, as well as putting some in my business to develop all my ideas a little bit further. So I approached the charity, and it just goes hand in hand with what I'm doing. With bras, what do us ladies do? We buy many bras. Sometimes we buy bras and they don't even fit us, and they sit in the back of our drawers thinking, oh, if I lose a bit of weight, I might be able to put that one on. And we never wear them. So it was just a little idea I had on a Sunday morning, and I thought, I wonder if I could take some bras over to the village, knowing how poor they were, and if I could put a plea out and an appeal out, and it went viral.
So how many bras would you guess have gone over to that village?
There is in the excess of over 10,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to say that. I thought you were going to say a few hundred.
I did think initially it would be really good if I could get a few hundred, that's what I thought, but yes, it went viral, my post, and I had bras sent from Australia, New Zealand, Canada. I couldn't believe it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk more about that, because I know you're heading out there, aren't you? I mean, you said that you couldn't afford to. You're going out there. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about this award and Parliament, and to get the award, you had to be judged, and sitting next to you is one of the judges, and we'll find out how scary she is. So Janice from Janice Rose Lingerie, who set up her business, has just won an award, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute, and also the link you've got now with the Gambia and sending over bras to women there must be making a difference. So you managed to collect, thanks to social media and everything, thousands. I think you said something like 11,000 bras. You must have heard word back from the Gambia about how much difference that they are making then, those bras.
The founder of the charity has just arrived back from the Gambia. She goes numerous times a year. So the word has got about that this bra lady is coming over.
Is that your nickname now, bra lady?
I think it is, yes.
Okay.
And the bras have been sent out on a container. The container has arrived in the Gambia now, and it has arrived in the village as in the last couple of days, it has arrived there now. So when we arrive, there's 18 of us going with the charity from Newark. And when we arrive, we've got the key to actually unlock it, and out will fall thousands of bras.
Goodness me. So you're going out there?
I am, yes.
Late November?
25th of November, yes.
Excellent.
For a week, yes.
Okay. Well, maybe once you've been, you can come back on and tell us what that was like. Good luck for the trip. Let's talk about this award then. So, as I mentioned, you were in Parliament same day I was there, Tuesday. What was it like, by the way? We'll talk about the award in just a minute. But being in Parliament, it's quite an interesting time at the minute, isn't it?
I've been to London quite a lot of times just as a visitor, but I've never been inside the Houses of Parliament. Not at all. Seen all programmes about it, so actually going inside the Houses of Parliament was a fantastic experience.
Yeah. Who did you see? Come on, reel off some names. You must have seen people walking past you that you thought, oh, famous!
I can't think of anybody in particular that I saw. I was looking out, but I think my head was just in the clouds. Forgive me for saying that.
Okay. They were all probably walking past you thinking, there's that bra woman. Because you were wearing a bra on the outside of your dress, weren't you?
Well, yes, I was, but I did have my overcoat over the top, so nobody saw it.
Chicken!
When I went through the security, they asked me to take my jacket off. and I whispered to the security guard, I can't. And they asked why. And I said, I've got a bra over the top of my dress and I don't want people to see it. And they looked at me a little bit gone out. I said, I'm in a competition, but please don't ask me to take my jacket off. So the lady said, oh, well, you'll have to go over there and we'll have to frisk you. I said, that's fine, but please don't let me take my jacket off.
What a great story. I love it. So there you are in Parliament. So this is to win this award. Well, let's bring in Kerry. Kerry Hopkins is one of the judges. So firstly, you better tell me what this is the SJL Foundation, is that right?
That's right. Yes, the SJL Foundation was founded only a few months ago in June 2019 by a chap called Simon Lancaster.
Yeah.
He started it because he basically got a grant when he was about 18 years ago for £500, and he is making a lot of money now. He's got a company of 65-70 people, so he now wants to pay it forwards to give back to society. So 45% of the funds are going to children's hospices, Acorns Children's Hospices, and 45% of the funds raised are going to the SJL Startup Business Fund, which is where Janice comes in. And actually, I've been working in London for 20 years. Actually, I was a BBC TV news journalist for 2 of those. And I moved my business to Nottinghamshire in February this year. So how I got to know about Janice was a bit more than just being a judge on the day. I was at a local business club, and Janice was talking about her bra repeal. And I thought, wow, that isn't a local story. That isn't a national story. That's an international story, national and local story. That is massive. So I was appealing for people in Nottinghamshire to please apply for this grant, the SJL Foundation, to come down to the House of Commons and present their business pitch. And so I did have a word with the trustees. I said, you've got to get Janice in as a finalist. This is such a fabulous story, what she's doing, because really the care home side and the bra side, it's not massively newsworthy, but hooking it into the bra repeal, it's really newsworthy.
Definitely.
So really happy that she came along and she won. She
Yes.
won. I mean, all 8 did win. It was a special surprise on the day. Just to launch the foundation, we let all 8 finalists win.
Brilliant. So you won a grant, as I understand it.
Yes, she's won £2,000,
Good.
which is great. She doesn't need to pay that back and all match fund it, which is what some other providers offer. And she gets 1 year free mentoring from Simon Lancaster, who, as I say, is a very successful businessman, very generous as well, and some of the SJL staff as well. So it's going to be great.
Brilliant.
And obviously
news.
I'm helping as well with getting Janice on the news.
Yeah, well, and evidently it's working. And also having a little word with your fellow judges as well. What was it like, being there and also then winning to get this shot in the arm there, Janice?
Well, first of all, I can't thank the SJL Foundation, Simon Lancaster Kerry, and the judges enough for giving me this opportunity anyway. I'm just overwhelmed with excitement, what I can do to promote my business, to talk about Gambia. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, speechless. It's not very often I'm speechless, but yeah. Yeah, and one thing that we also, with the Pay It Forwards movement, is because Simon's paying it forwards because he wants his story to go full circle by giving a grant. We said to all the finalists, look, we will let you go in the final only if you agree to the following. Will you then pay it forward to somebody else and help somebody else? So before you mentor, will you mentor them? And before you mentor them, then let them agree that they'll then pay it forwards. So then we're getting this whole movement going, starting a new, helping communities across the country.
Yeah, so it's not just a one-off. This continues.
That's right, yes. This is going to continue and get bigger and bigger, hopefully.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, listen, as it does get bigger and bigger, it'd be interesting to follow your progress. And once you've been to the Gambia, maybe you can come on and tell us how that went when you unlock that container and thousands of bras are then distributed. That would be really good. It's
just going to be so exciting. I'm taking my own children along with me. Tom, he'll be 20. It's going to be part of his birthday present. And my daughter Victoria, and she's 24. So we are part of the 18 group that are going.
I bet they're proud as punch.
Yeah, I think so.
I bet they are. Listen, really good to see you, Janice. Congratulations on the award and everything that you're doing. And Kerry, good to see you as well. Thank you for coming in and explaining. It's BBC Radio Nottingham.